Time to break down and rank the Week 2 fantasy players from the NHL 25 fantasy event. At the time of this recording, RIP to everyone that did not get Travis Sanheim. Let's break down our final fantasy options. Now, I just want to reiterate why the fantasy hockey event is my favorite, because Travis Sanheim on Sunday night scored 2 goals, meaning that he jumps up to an 88 and is now by far the highest rated card in the game. He should have 88, maybe 89 speed, but more importantly, he's going to have almost 90 body checking, almost 90 defensive awareness. Then when you throw a two-way defenseman on, you're laughing. He's quickly become the best card in the game when you consider he's also 6'4", 222. So if you had any options and you went with my S-tier rankings from last week, I hope you're enjoying Travis Sanheim. I unfortunately did not get him, but I'm happy for anyone that did. Just a reminder that the fantasy event is the one event where you should dump your entire collection to try and make as many cards as you can. That said, guys, because we have until Friday at 5 p.m. when this event will end, please do not make a fantasy item until the absolute latest time that you can. In my opinion, if you are able to, after the Thursday night games, there's no reason in risking on a random card or shooting your shot on a card you don't care about, but just someone you think is going to perform well this season, which is all fine and well. But if you're looking for the best option for you, wait until the last set of games is played before the event is over. Like, for example, Jason Zucker could get 5 goals in his next 2 games before Friday, making him a far better card than what he looks to be currently. So again, just wait as long as you can. Now remember, make sure you make your favorite player item. I am a Sharks fan. Fabian Zetterlund, spoiler alert, is not the best option. I'm still going to make him. These rankings are purely for players that really don't care about getting a certain card on their team. They just want to make their team as best as possible. These are, in my opinion, the best options for you. When it comes to my rankings, I take into account the analytics. Again, if everyone could predict exactly how a player is going to go, you guys would be rich. But again, I think it's just a safe guideline. I did that for week 1, and it looks like it's working so far. And then secondly, how quickly can they get in your lineup? If you're a no money spent player like me, spending 1,000,000 coins in value on a card, you kind of need him to be in your lineup sooner rather than later. So let's start with the theme team players. All right, we'll kick things off with the Minnesota Wild's Ryan Hartman. I don't think this is a bad selection. I just think that they made him far too low in overall. Projected currently to only hit 93 overall. Two-way forward is nice, but he's not a centerman. And Crease Crasher is just not nearly worth the 2 ability point cost. He does have okay speed, meaning that, with a couple goals, he could actually be in your lineup in terms of skating, but everything else is just really rough. He's going to need like 7 goals before you could even consider putting him in your lineup. And while he's been good over the last few years, he's not prime Alex Ovechkin. Lawson Crouse is up next in the theme team section. Now, I gotta be honest, the reason he's in the theme tier is because he's probably not hitting 99. He's got 84 speed and 82 acceleration already. All of his other attributes are obviously in the mid-70s. But that being said, he's 6'4", 215. This could turn into one of the best cards. It's just the odds that he hits 99 are very low. I don't hate the card or the player. I just think that it's going to be awfully tough for him to get to 99. And lastly, in the theme tier, we've got Jason Zucker. Now, he is actually an 80 overall. He did score over the weekend. He's got two-way forward and gold 1T, which is nice. And he's got almost usable skating. This is purely based, again, on the fact that there is a strong chance that he does not hit 99, projected currently to end at 94 overall. There were just so many other Saber options, in my opinion. That was one of my big takeaways, is that the non-Master Set items from Week 2 were just really boring player selections. But again, Saber fans, I apologize. He's in the theme team tier. Moving on to the B tier, we've got the 81 Damon Severson. Now, the former fantasy MSP alumni is 6'2", 202, and a right-handed defenseman with gold seeing eye. He is usable now. That is why he is not in the theme team tier. He is actually projected to finish at 95 overall. Don't really know if the odds to get there are that high, but he is usable right now. So he could go a couple weeks without scoring, and you could still have him on your third pair with 85 speed, 84 excel, decent defensive awareness with two-way defenseman, and good size, so not a terrible option. Linus Sandin's up next, our European representative. Now, obviously not in the NHL, so we don't have analytic projections, but based on his career so far, he looks to finish between 95 and 97, and he's actually usable right now. 85 speed, 84 excel, 88 agility and balance as well. Good size. His deking and hand stats way down in the 70s at 82 overall is pretty rough. However, his 86 body checking is nice, and his, again, shot power is good at 88, but his accuracy is brutal. There's a lot going on here. I think he might be at the higher end of the B tier, but obviously, if you're not a fan of the SHL, like like you're going to be disappointed with Sandeep. And then lastly, in the B tier, this is the high end of the B tier. If there was a tier between A and B, this is where Ryan Strome would live. But nonetheless, he is projected to only finish at 92 overall, but he is very usable right now. 86 speed, 85 excel, 88 agility with playmaking forward activated, mid-80s shooting and hand stats, and gold schnipe, which is nice. Decent size as well. Again, another disappointing selection here, in my opinion. Could have gone with McTavish. On to the A tier. We've got the 82 Eric Hall from the New Jersey Devils. Again, this one is a brutal selection. There are so many Devils they could have gone with. I've said this before. I think there should be goaltenders in this event, but they just have to be the big ones that everyone wants to use on their team, like Markstrom, for example, from the Devils. That being said, Eric Hall is 5'11", 191 with playmaking forward, but he's got great skating already. 88 speed, 87 excel, 89 agility, mid-80s hand stats, 78 faceoffs as well, so a couple more goals, and he's going to be usable at center with that faceoff rating. He's only projected to get to 91. He's just not projected to score a lot, so that's why he's in the A tier. Our first fantasy MSP, the 82 Jordan Eberle with sniper forward and gold beauty backhand. I've talked about this a ton, and this will be the last time I say it, but some of the zone abilities got crushed because their value is now all matched with the good ones because they're the exact same cost. Beauty backhand was a great ability when it was only 2 ability points and gold wheels was 10. Now that gold wheels is 2, it all but effectively kills beauty backhand from it being a value. It's quite costly now. He's an okay skater already at 83 speed, 85 excel, and 88 agility, but he's got a great shot, especially with sniper forward, and good hand stats as well. Again, already very usable, only projected to get to 94 overall. That's what's keeping him out of the S tier. Michael Backlund, now an 83 overall at the time of this recording. He's got two-way forward and gold close quarters. Again, he's usable, 85 speed, 84 excel, 86 agility, and again, with his goal, we'll almost get to that 80 face-off tier, which in my opinion is kind of the benchmark. You don't want to go any lower than that. His shot is pretty low, as are his hand stats, so he's going to need quite a few more goals to kind of get up to snuff in that area. Only projected for 94 overall. That's why he's in the A tier. JT Compher is up next. Did have a goal the other day as well. Two-way forward and goal make it snappy, now up to an 83. 84 speed, 83 excel, 84 agility. Again, usable now. Projected to get to 97. So one of the higher projections from the release as well. So again, I think super boring. The Wings have a ton of options, but Compher is one of the better ones. And then lastly, in the A tier, we've got Fabian Zetterlund. I'll be honest with you. Again, I watch every Sharks game. This is probably the safest one to hit 99. The issue is, and the reason why I have him in the A tier is because he's just super mid across the board. At 82 overall already. He's got low 80s skating, low 80s shooting, low 80s hand stats. It's like everything is 82. He doesn't have an exceptional stat anywhere. Gold Schnipe is fine, and he's got good weight at 220. It's just, I think that he will hit 99 fairly easily, but it probably won't be until late March, which holds down his value. Onto the S tier, we've got the 78 Vinny Trocheck from the Rangers. He has the highest analytic rating of all of these, projecting to finish at 101 overall with gold make it snappy. Is almost usable at 84 speed, 81 excel, and 79 agility. Is pretty rough with under 80 shooting for a forward, but I guess you could throw him on your fourth line. Does already have 80 faceoffs as well, but appears to be one of the safest cards and will more than likely be very impactful quite quickly. Anze Kopitar projected to finish at 98 overall with two-way forward and gold close quarters. 6'3", 225. He does need a few more goals like Trocheck. Already at 80 faceoffs, though. At 99, he is going to be one of the better centerman options for you. He always is, so that's why he's in the S tier for me. Seth Jones from the Chicago Blackhawks in the S tier, projected to finish 99 overall. 6'4", 213 with two-way defenseman. Already very usable skating at 85 speed, 84 excel, and agility. Defensive awareness is a little low, but two-way defenseman helps out with that. Body checking is low as well, but he is 6'4", 213. Again, one of the safer options, and he's huge, so you can't go wrong with Seth Jones. Matthias Ekholm did score over the weekend. He is at 83 overall, 6'5", 225 with defensive defenseman and gold thunderclap. His skating should be at 82 speed, 81 excel, but his defensive awareness and body checking are going to hit 90 already. Currently projected to finish 97 overall, but the Oilers score so much that I could really see him getting to 99 quite easily. A very good option for you. Chiarelli, also in the S tier, had a nice quick start to the season, getting him all the way up to 82 overall. He's got two-way forward, 86 speed, 84 excel, and 85 agility with 87 endurance. Everything else is in the lower 80 range right now. But again, I think he is a safe bet, currently projected to finish at 100 overall. And then lastly, we've got Colton Parayko. Currently an 84, he did score, but the master set selections for week 2 were just so much better than week 1, but the base items, I think, were worse in week 2. That said, 6'6", 228 with two-way defenseman already has great usable stats. His skating, when he gets that upgrade to 84, should go to 84 speed, 83 excel, which is more than usable right now, given the current progression of the game. Body checking is going to be great. Defensive awareness and stick checking as well. Again, one of the safer options for you in Colton Parayko. Now, don't forget, they did give you another 16 collectibles, which will allow you to make another B&D set for free, which again just kind of compounds why I think this is the best fantasy event we've ever gotten. So don't forget to take advantage of that if you are able to. If you are in a predicament like me, where you have a player that you want to make, Fabian Zetterlund, but you also want to try and get somebody else, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to burn my collection. I can make currently about 32 collectibles with all of the 79 and above items, even the 76s. Again, I think this is one of the events where you should empty your collection for. McDavid and all of the hologram icons are here all year round, guys. These cards are not. Again, Travis Sanheim's already an 88 overall. However, I really want a shot at another 16 or random card. I do want to take advantage of that, but I am going to make Fabian Zetterlund. So if you have a card that you really want and you think you can get close to the 40 for the guaranteed as well as the 16 that you get for free. Again, not many people are going to be in this situation, but do the B&D set first. It would be absolutely crushing if you were to make Fabian Zetterlund or whoever you want, and then do the B&D set and get that card again. There's nothing you can do with account-bound player items, so make sure if you are going to try and do this, to do the B&D set first to see if you get the card that you want. If you don't think you can get enough to do the card you want as well as the B&D, and you've got a lot of coins, I still think that this 600,000 coin pack might not be worth it at great value. You could get a lot more cards that are disappointing compared to week 1, but you can always get more coins. So if you've got a ton, like 1 million, you could rip this first and see if you get the card that you want. If you don't, you are going to blow all this in set fodder anyway. So again, you've got some options here. I wouldn't recommend this one, but I know that there are going to be people out there that don't have enough set fodder, but maybe they have enough coins, and this is just an easier way to go about it. I hope this helps you with your decisions for week 2 of the fantasy hockey event. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any news, tips, or info for NHL 25. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.